The definition of fairness is treating someone justly without favoritism or discrimination. What does fairness mean to you?
Fairness means to me is when you have some food and a homeless person doesn't, you can give something.
Yeah.
What does fairness mean to you?
It means when you have a lot of toys and someone else wants to come play with them and share them.
What does fairness mean to you?
To me, fairness means to include everyone.
Why is it important to treat everyone fairly?
So they can have a better life. Let's say if there's a homeless person and you give them something, then their life will be much better.
Why is it important to treat everyone fairly?
So that everyone is included and they don't feel left out.
Why is it important to treat everyone fairly?
Because everyone has feelings and everyone is human, so we should all treat them the same.
Why is it important to treat everyone fairly?
It's important because we don't want people to feel left out in our school. At Holy Trinity, we work really hard to show respect to everyone and make them feel valued. We have a great team of peer mentors and playground leaders who run games on the playground and make everyone feel like they're being involved and treated fairly.
This week's scripture comes from Matthew 18. It's the parable of the unforgiving servants. A servant owed the king a lot of money, but he did not pay the king back. When the time came to settle the debt, the servant was summoned to the king. He explained that he did not have the money and could not pay him back. The king took pity on the servant and cancelled all of his debts.
The servant was so relieved and happy, but the next day he approached a fellow servant who owed him some money. When this servant explained that he could not pay him back, he did not let him off like the king had done for him. He had thrown him into jail instead. When the king found out about this, he was so angry that he sent him for the first servant and threw him into jail.
This story links to our word of the week because it reminds us to treat everyone fairly and to treat others how we would wish to be treated ourselves.
When we treat others fairly and justly and treat them as we would wish to be treated ourselves, we are following in Jesus' footsteps and being like one of his disciples.
The reason why we have fairness as our word of the week is because this week is a part of Fair Trade Fortnight.
Fair Trade is a charity who work to help farmers and workers to have an equal say and fair pay for the work that they do. They improve trading conditions for farmers, help them out of poverty, and to take control over their lives. They have a vision, a world in which all farmers can enjoy secure and sustainable livelihoods, fulfill their potential and decide on their own future. Watch this film which tells you more about fair trade.
My name is Claire and I work for the Fair Trade Foundation, and today I'm going to show you how you can make a big difference through the choices that you make every day. The only thing that you need for this activity is you. You have so many chances throughout your day to make a difference to people around the world and to the planet that we live on. One way to make a difference is through the things that you choose to eat, drink or wear. Everything you buy, every t-shirt, every pen, every bar of chocolate has a story stretching back months or even years before it came to you. From its very beginnings on a farm or a mine to the shelf of a store in your town, the things we buy to eat, wear and use have been through lots of places and sometimes lots of processes. At every step of the way there are people. Your products can have a big effect on the people and the places along the way. The companies who make and sell the products often don't pay the farmers very well for their hard work. The farmers end up trapped in poverty.
These companies will try harder with their farmers if they think their consumers, that's you, care about the farmers and their lives. Choosing products that have been produced giving farmers a better deal is a way that you can choose to change the world. So, buying fair trade products is one way to make a huge difference in the world, but how else can you change the world through your choices? Today I'm in Cooper, a fair trade town in Scotland, and I'm going to meet some amazing change makers to help get some ideas.
Our family is really concerned about all the chemicals going into the air, so I've been researching ways to stop it. One of the ways is to grow organically. An example is, in lockdown, me and my dad made a herb business and it was organic. All the chemicals from not being organic is going into the atmosphere and damaging the planet. It's letting too much sunlight in and melting all the icebergs, so polar animals have nowhere to live anymore.
I've decided I'm going to try reuse that rubbish. Like I could make a plastic bottle into a bird feeder to help the birds, and I could change leftover cardboard boxes into games like this one. And I think that if everyone does a little, it can do a lot.
Hi, me and my family really like the ocean, so we've decided to cut down on plastic as much as we can. When we do use plastic and we can't recycle them, we put them into big bottles like this, so when they go to landfill, they don't blow away into the ocean and animals don't get hurt. We also use beeswax wrapping like this, so we don't use plastic wrapping and it doesn't go into the ocean and animals get hurt. So let's save our oceans.
I wear fair trade school uniform because I think the Indian cotton farmers that make it should be paid properly to feed their family and themselves, also to buy medicine and clothes. I think we should encourage people to buy more fair trade items. The quality of the cardigans the cotton farmers produce is also very good and lasts a very long time. Even teachers wear them.
If we all work together to make choices that help both people and planet, we can change the world for the better. Thank you for watching.
This week's reflection is the water reflection.
You will need some paper in shape of a star, a pen or pencil, and a bowl of water. Write down a time on the star when you haven't been fair. Fold the corners in and place it in the water. As the corners are unfolding, say a sorry prayer for the times when you haven't been fair.
Your mission this week is to try really hard to treat people fairly without judging them.
Maybe you could be kind to people you don't normally get along with.
Maybe you could give someone another chance.
Maybe you could let everyone join in with your game.
Maybe you could ask your family to buy some products with the Fair Trade logo. When you do this, you'll be living out our mission statement. In every child, there's a space that only God can fill, because this reminds us that God has a space for everyone in their lives. Everyone is important to God, and it is important that we try to be like Him and treat everyone as He does.